All right, welcome to our New York stream. All right, welcome to our New York stream. Okay, so let's just get started. All right. I have a tap in on this zone here. Right. I did try and take a buy when I was at this level, but it didn't work out. All of a sudden, if you look on the 1 minute candle, all of a sudden I get an entry here. But with this entry, it just pushed all the way down, all the way until my stop, right? So I did not take it again because we have a candle closing outside of the zone, all right? The moment after it took me out, and then it continued to dump and also close outside of the zone, all right? So when it closes outside like this, usually what I'll do is I'm not going to take it, all right? So for gold, we're just going to monitor first. We'll see how it's going to play out before we try and get any specific entries, all right? Okay, so let's just go over with what we have on the fundamentals today. Basically, you guys know I told you guys yesterday we have this federal fund rates, which is the interest rate, and also the FOMC last night, right? Okay, and in the afternoon today we have CPI for Swiss franc. Okay, and which is over. Later at 8:30, in about half an hour more, right, we have a USD news, which is the unemployment claims. Okay, previous 207, forecast 212, you're supposed to be lower, right? Actual less than forecast is good for currency. All right, so if the actual is lesser than this, then it will be good for the dollar, which will push gold downwards. But if let's say the actual comes out more than 212, all right, then it will definitely be bad for the dollar. And if it's less than 212, right, gold will dump, and if it's more than 212, gold will rise. All right, basically it's vice versa. It's just correlates with the US dollar. All right, and then 8:45 we have the Canadian. Basically it's just a POC government speak. All right, so nothing much there. Okay, so let's just hop into our analysis. All right, so if you guys know, on my hour 4 for gold, I'm looking for a sell. All right, because this is my zone here. The reason why I did not get into any sells is because if you look at this move here, right, this pump up is from before the FOMC, and also basically the federal funds rate. All right, this funds rate, which is the interest rate, and then FOMC happens and everything. So if you look closely here at 2 o'clock, this pump happened. All right, from here all the way to the top, it gives about a 300 pip move. All right, so with this move here, I did not manage to catch it because I don't want to risk myself trading the interest rate and also FOMC and everything, right? So I just try and avoid this move, right? Basically, it goes the same for GBP USD or the USD pair, right? Yesterday you see all this move. Okay, that is why I did not take it. Nonetheless, of course, if we look at gold, right, this is our hour 4, it just taps in a total of 25 pips, and then it just starts to dump all of a sudden, right? But here I don't have a confirmation to sell. All right, what I'm actually waiting for is this 15-minute candle here to close below this low. All right, the moment we have a candle closing below, then you will see everything links up, right? Hour 4 it's coming down, confirmation done. All right, 15-minute also shows it's coming down, because right now if you look at this, all right, we know that we have a break of structure here. All right, so when we have a break of structure here, what usually the price will do is will come back to this zone, collect the orders here, because we also see that it's not mitigated until today evening. All right, what the price will do is come back here and then start to rally all the way up, right? But what I'm looking for is to see this candle, all right, or maybe later to have a candle closing below this low, all right, meaning that we have a break here, and then of course we have on the 15-minute, it's a change in the market structure. All right, so when we have this, definitely I'm going to wait for the price to rally back up, before I take a sell coming back downwards. All right, before I take a sell coming back downwards and targeting this hour 4 low. And of course, obviously, once I'm targeting here, I'm expecting it to break below this low as well. All right, same goes to here, but this one here we did not get, right? So basically it comes down, breaking this low, showing us that the market is changing direction on the hour 4. This price here rallies, right? For example, if we have a supply here, we would have caught this because this has dumped and then it rallied, right? So if you look on the 15, this is coming down already. All right, and then this pumped up, and then from here you will actually get something to sell on the 15. All right, we just take a look and see if we actually got anything. All right, simple. So basically you have this change here, all right, which indicates the market is coming down. So from here to here, right, you would have gotten an entry somewhere here, right, because this is the supply level. All right, so basically my hour 4 shows me the price is coming down. 15-minute currently is still going up. All right, so what I want is to see this, right? It breaks below, retrace, take an entry, and then eventually breaking this low on the hour 4. All right, so this is what I want to see. But of course, in the long run, what we are seeing is basically on the hour 4, it's a long-term sell right now. All right, after all this rally here, right, it continued to rally until it created an all-time high on the 12th of April. All right, this is the all-time high, which is at 2431.590. all right, 2431.59. right, this is the all-time high for gold. All right, so then it made this dump, showing us that the market is changing trend and it's coming down. So what I want to do is basically on my 15, all right, on my 15, I want to see a move breaking this low, which then gives me a much higher confidence to take a trade when it retraces back up, and then for me to take a sell back to this low and eventually all the way down. All right, so that is what I'm targeting. Okay, so for gold right now, I'm not going to take a risk by buying because I just did here just now. Of course, I did not give you guys a signal, which of course then took me out. All right, but this trade I took it very aggressively. All right, so I'll just show you guys. Okay, we have a tap in here and the price continued to dump, and then all of a sudden this push went up. Right, so before the push, I actually look at where my previous bullish candle was, which was this one. Right, I took this instead of this here. Even if I took this, it's the same deal. Right, I took this one here. I just changed the color. Right, and if let's say you want to be taking this, also you are also welcome to do so, right? Because at the end of the day, you're going to get your feet from this low and you're going to trail this guy all the way up here, right? So this was my high. So what I did is I took an entry at the 618 exactly, all right? And of course you can see it just stopped me out, right? I put my stop here. I give it extra a 15 pip stop, right, which is in total 29, right? So in total, give and take about 30 pip, all right? And of course, this TP I target the 15-minute high, right? So I was actually here waiting for it, and all of a sudden, this push came down on the 1 minute. It took my order, and just a few seconds later, it just pushed all the way down. And the next minute I know is I was being taken out. Alright, so I did not take this trade, and I was actually waiting for another opportunity to buy, right? But I realized that on the 15-minute, the candle closed outside of this zone. Alright, so I did not want to take that risk into getting a buy again, because I don't want to see myself getting stopped out because 15 minutes is already broken. Right, but if let's say we are being aggressive, we have this low, this is our previous bullish candle, you can mark this one here. Of course, this one works perfectly fine. Okay, entry on the 618, and if you look at this clearly, it's just a hit and run, right? Look at this here, it's a hit and run, and obviously it just started to pump. How many pips was this? It gave a total of 60 pip, 66, right? So what's our risk to reward? Right, at 11, I give another 15, which is 26 pip in total. I have a 1 to 2.5 already, right? But unfortunately, I did not take this, okay, because I didn't want to risk myself. And if you look at the 15-minute here, the entry is at this candle, right? Which is basically what we can see is candle close outside of the zone. We have another solid candle outside of the zone, another one solid here, and this one only finally closed inside. Right, so I did not want to risk it, and that is why I did not take any entries on this particular trade, alright, on this particular zone. So right now what I will do is I'm just going to wait until I see a solid move for the price to break this low here. Alright, the moment it breaks this low, then obviously I'll be looking from here, maybe let's say all the way until here. Right, a retracement should happen, and I'm looking at, let's just say I'm looking at this. I'm also looking at this zone here as my supply level where I'll be taking my sells, right? And of course, I also can be using this whole stretch here, right? I'm looking at something here, right? 1, 2, and 3. So this is where I'll be looking for sells. All right. So let's just wait on gold to see if we will have a break below. All right. If we do have a break below, then it indicates that 15 minutes is also coming down. All right. So we're just gonna hang on to it for a little bit more and see how it goes. Okay. Okay. Moving on to GBP USD. This move obviously is FOMC and also the interest rate. All right. This one here, to be specific, I did not take, and if you guys would know by now, I want something like this, right? At least a wick above of this high here, which indicates that it's being taken out as a liquidity, all right? And then it starts to dump. But this thing did not happen. It just tapped in from here. It did a 20 pip drop, and it came back again, and it did a total of almost 40 pips. All right, so as usual, I'm just going to follow my trading plan, because if a tap in has happened, I'm going to wait for a sweep before I take another entry. All right, so this is something that we couldn't have get. All right, but if let's say we are being quite aggressive on this one, we may be able to get something out of it. Right, but I wasn't actually even looking at this, because I know I actually set an alert here and it did not break, and then it just started to dump. So I already know from the start that, all right, we don't have an opportunity when this thing happened. All right, so but nonetheless, I'm still going to be remaining on GBP USD as a downtrend. All right, because on hour 4 we do have another zone up here. It may or may not trigger. We wouldn't know, but we'll see how it's going to play out. Okay, if this zone taps in, then we will be looking for a short position here, and I'm going to look at this even closer, even pay more attention, because why? Assuming we have an entry just on the zone, assuming our stop is somewhere here, right? Let's just say we covered even this high here. Okay, I'm going to target my TP all the way down here, right? Which is a total of 1 to 6, almost a 1 to 7, right? And the stop is 53 pip. Let's just say we're covering this high, okay? And TP is at 370 pip, right? So it's a massive take profit here. All right, so I'm going to maximize this if I can. So I'm just going to prioritize this one here. We'll see if this guy is going to go up. All right, if it does, then we will be aiming at this level here to take a shot. All right. So right now, GBP USD, there's nothing that we can do, because it has already left and it's currently heading downwards, and we are basically in between of the high and the low here, right? So obviously it's not something that I would take. All right, I'm not going to even attempt to take a position. All right, okay, so let's look at NZD USD. NZD USD, I wanted to give you guys a signal here, right? When we have this tap in, like, remember, if you guys know, I said just now, right? I want to sweep, right? Even better, we have a candle body closing above, but of course it's still in the zone, right? It's not up. So actually I wanted to give you guys this signal, right? But the price did not even come back. right? So what I was waiting for, actually, we have a break here, right? I did not be this aggressive. Instead, I waited for this low here to be taken out, which already happened here. All right, so I start pulling my feet from the high to the low. Okay, I start pulling my feet from here. I trail this guy all the way until here. All right, and I do see, okay, this guy is slowly retracing. But why did I cancel the order is because okay, I have basically a 3 candle rule, right? So if I want to have a retracement, I need to see at least 3 candles moving in the opposite side. All right, but of course we need each candle closing above, right? So for example, let's just say the price is moving upwards, right? In order for me to take a buy at this level, all right, when this price comes down, okay, what I want to see is basically 3 consecutive candles, right? Bearish 1. Okay, let's just do like this, all right, and then 2, and 3, right? Regardless how big the candle is, right? But the most important thing is wait, let me try and get my drawing tool out. Okay, so basically I don't have a pencil, right? So basically we want to have, like, let me just extend this a little bit more. Okay, so basically what we want to see is basically, like, let's say we have a wick here, right, like this. Okay, and then we have another wick here, all right, and we have another one here, right? Basically what we want to see is this candle, all right, when it closes, it needs to be below of this candle wick, all right, which of course we have one close below. The second candle wick is here, the third candle close below, right? So when we have this proper retracement, when I see this this kind of move, then that's where I will take it as a proper retracement for me. All right, so moving back to NZD USD, right? Remember, like I said, the 3 candle. Okay, this is where it breaks. We have 1, 2, the third candle here, it did not close above, right? So to me, this is not a retracement. Comes back down, 1. This is the second candle, but it did not close above, so I'm still assuming that this is my high, right? And this candle closed above, but the third candle dumped. Okay, when it comes to here, we have 1, 2, and if you look at this third candle here, right, basically we have 1 close, 2 close. Okay, this candle here, to me, I will just ignore this, all right? Regardless if it's a bullish or bearish candle, I'm just going to ignore, right? If this is a bullish and it closes above, then it's a retracement. But this one, it's not, right? Because body closed below. But this one here, to me, is because it closed above of this high. Like I said, I will ignore this candle, all right? So when we have the next candle and it closes above, then to me, it's a proper retracement. All right, so when I have this retracement, then I know that I'm going to be taking a short position as soon as the price comes back to this 618, right? But unfortunately, if we look at this low here, after this retracement happened, the price just break below, right? It just broke below. So when we have this happen, what I'll do is I'm just going to cancel my order, regardless if this price actually played out, right? Let's just see, you have this move here, right? You have at the 618 or the 0.5, right? If you have it on the 0.5, yes, it played out pretty well. Okay, 0.6, it did not, right? But the reason why I chose to close my order when the price was at this level here, right? When it broke below, I closed it, is because basically on 1 minute, what we are seeing is we have this move up, right, breaking below, right? So when we have this break below, what we are expecting is for the price to come back up, to take the order and then dump, right? Unfortunately, it did not, right? It just retraced all the way until here, okay? And it broken even lower, all right? And then when this thing happened, when it breaks above, which is here, right? So this is basically similar, right? We have this break here, right? Assuming that this is our break here, all right? This one here is here, all right? It broke below, and then it retraced, came back below, and this move upwards, breaking this high, right? When it breaks this high, on the 1 minute time frame, it shows me that the market is moving upwards, right? But we have, of course, this thing happening again, right? The break below again. So basically, in just one single time frame, instantly you have two change in the market structure. All right. So what I mean is basically, I have a break of structure here. All right, which this one to me it's a change of character. All right, change. We have a break of structure, which then of course gives me this is my high, and this is my low, because I have a proper retracement here, right? 1, 2, and 3. Okay, this one did not break. This one here breaks. All right, so here gives me a change in the market structure. That is why I cancel my order. Okay, which then of course my high will continue to move all the way until here, and of course instantly it dumped again and gives us another change in the market structure. All right, and then it just continued to dump. All right, we have another break of structure here. Coming back here, we also have a break of structure here. Right here we don't have anything yet, right? But yeah, so it's just something like this. So we have two instant change of character here. That is why I did not even want to take the trade already. Right, so that's my analysis for NZD-USD. Okay, but of course, if you look at hour 4, it's one of our sell zone, right? Similar to GBP-USD, which is this one here I'm waiting for ultimately. Right, this is the one that I'm waiting for ultimately. Moving on to the 15, it's basically right now it's this zone here. All right, basically 15 minutes is this zone here. All right, if this price were to come back again and sweeping this high, all right, but candle closes inside of this zone, then of course yes, I'm going to be taking it again. All right, so we'll just see how it plays out before we actually take any rash decision to place an entry. All right. Okay, so NZD-USD, I'm going to wait. Okay, moving on to USD-CAD. Okay, we have a change in the market structure. On the hour 4, this is our only zone that we are waiting for, our only demand area. All right, look at 15 minute, it's also moving upwards, right? So as soon as price comes below, basically this is where my zone is going to be, which is the same zone as the hour 4, right? Here, it correlates in between, right? It's the same destination here. So this is where I'm going to be looking for a possible buy entry towards the upside. All right, just give me a moment. Just give me a moment, yeah. Okay, so all right, so USD, this is where we are waiting for. Okay. All right. Moving on to Euro AUD. Obviously, this one I was waiting for this yesterday, and it did not even give us any chance to take a buy. All right. So on the 15th, it's very obvious that we have a change in the market structure. Okay. And of course, like I've said, three candle rule, which I have a proper retracement here, is very obvious. All right. So this is the way that I'm looking for. All right. If you look at our 4, this is where we are looking to sell, right? It taps and gone. 15-minute now shows me a change in the structure. All right, it shows me that the market is heading towards the downside. Okay, so what I'll do is I'm just going to start marking my zone here. Anything above a 50, right? Anything above a 50. Okay, we definitely have one here. Mitigated ones. Let's see if it's going to give us another opportunity. Okay, this one here, it correlates in between. This one as well being mitigated. All right. In fact, this one is mitigated twice. All right. This one here is also correlates in between. Right. Correlates in between. This one here also being mitigated. But we'll just mark it out first and see whichever zone it comes to. Then we'll see what we're going to do about it. All right. So right now, these are our zones here to look out for. I'm just going to remove this our 4 zone. All right. So between these 2 white lines here, right, it's where I'll be selling. Between these 2 white lines, these 4 boxes is my zone to sell. All right. So I'm going to look closely to see if we have something that we can take, because all these are above the 50. All right, and basically all of these are all being mitigated already. All right, so we'll see what it will create for us. If there is an opportunity, then we'll take it and we'll aim it back definitely all the way to the hour 4 low. Right, instead of the 15-minute, I'm going to target the hour 4 this round. Right, because like I said for gold, right, if 15-minute close below here, right, I'm definitely aiming my target all the way down here. All right, so Euro AUD is the same scenario, which we have already a close. A retracement happened, so this is our range to sell. All right. Okay, in about 6 more minutes, then we'll have the news. All right, we'll see how it goes. Okay, basically Euro USD, I was waiting yesterday as well. It did not even give us the opportunity. Right, if we took it on the 0.5, we may have an opportunity, but if you look closely, this tap in here just touched the price and left. Of course, if I've set a limit like this, the spread is not taken for sure, right? And if let's say I just follow my plans as usual, which is on the 618, it's definitely something that we couldn't have catch. All right, but of course this played out pretty good. Okay, so let's look back at our 4 first. All right, okay, as usual, our buy zone. All right, we have a sweep here. Okay, which indicates that is good. All right, definitely we have a sweep. Of course, the next one I'll be looking at is about this level here. All right, this is my last line of defense. Of course, we can also be looking at about this range here, which we have in between. All right, we have it in between. Okay, we'll see how this thing is gonna go. All right. Okay, moving on to AUD USD, hour 4 we are selling at this top here, it's not there yet. Moving on to the 15, of course this is also another USD pair, which shows us the price is moving upwards. Alright, price is moving upwards because we have this change here. Alright, and as usual, my 3 candle rule. 1, 2, and 3. Right, so this is my zone to buy, but we'll see how far this guy is going to dump us. Alright, because if we are buying, alright, we are buying above the 50. Right, we are not buying below. If you are buying below the 50, it's good, even though we have this downwards movement, and you take a buy from here because you are targeting this guy to go back up here, right? So if you are buying it above the 50, it will be a little bit riskier because we are counter trending the hour 4, but we are going along with the trend on M15. Okay, so we'll see if something that is possible to be given to us, because we have a break and this one is not mitigated yet. This one here is already being mitigated, and of course this one here is not something that I will even try and look, right, because we have this very slow movement upwards. All right, so these are the two that I'll be looking closely at. All right, so this will be for AUD USD. If we are able to take a buy, we'll try to aim it back all the way here. All right, try to aim it back all the way here. Okay, Euro CAD. Okay, this one here looks a little bit interesting, which I just missed. Let's see on the 1 minute. All right, 1 minute here did not give the opportunity. It came back below. Okay, Euro CAD. So we have 845. Right, we have it on 845 later. Okay, so if I'm going to be taking a buy, maybe I should be waiting for another sweep, or if this guy just breaks this high, which breaking this high and taking an entry, it is a little bit aggressive, right? This one here is a bit aggressive, right? But if you want to be on the safe side, to be a little bit more conservative, then I would suggest to see this high being taken out first. Right, if this high is being taken out, then it's definitely somewhere that we can look for. Alright, so we'll see if it will do another sweep. Alright, let's just see how EuroCAD is going to perform for us. Alright. Okay, GPP AUD, hour 4. Okay. It's nearing our zone. Let's look at M15. Okay, so we have to redo everything because we have this massive move. Okay, so we have another break of structure here, which then my high would be here. And I need to see a 3 candle move, which we don't have it here. We definitely don't have it here, and we only have it here. Right, we have 1, 2, 3. Okay, and we do have another break, which then automatically move my high here, and as usual a 3 candle move here. Alright, so this is currently coming down. Alright, we want to see this guy coming down, breaking this low, tap into here, and basically like this. Right, we have this move like this. I want this guy to break below, tap in below, goes up, eventually breaking this high. We should have a change in the market structure, right? Get your flip from here to here, comes back somewhere here on the demand, hop down to the 1 minute, take a buy, back all the way to the high of hour 4. Alright, all the way back to the high of hour 4, which is here. Okay, so this is what I'm aiming for. Okay, but right now definitely we have to wait a little while more. Okay, let's take a look at gold because the news is out. Okay, we just let this guy to play out first. It has already dumped close to 40 pip, which means if we see the dump is definitely good for the dollar, right? So it's 208, much lower, right? 4,000 lower than the forecast. So if it's lower than the forecast, it will be good for dollar, right? So this is what is happening, right? GBP USD also dump, NZD USD dump, USD CAD climbed a little, right? Euro USD dump, right? All the USD JPY climbed just by a little bit, right? So right now I just want to see this guy coming down and of course breaking this low. So if it breaks this low, then it will be good for us, and we'll just wait for a retracement and we can take it back towards the downside. And of course, all of this I expect, and I of course want to see all this happen before tomorrow 8:30, right? Before tomorrow's NFP news. All right, so that is what I want to see. Okay, so EuroCAD we've done, GBP AUD we've done. Okay, let's see if EuroCAD. Alright, it did not give another sweep. Okay, we'll hop on to NZD JPY. NZD JPY broken below with this manipulation here. NZD JPY, we have a newer range. Okay, we'll see how this goes, because if you're going to take a sell, it's definitely up here already. Okay, so we'll just hang on to the JPY pairs. Alright, same goes to AUD USD. Right, GBP JPY as well has broken. Okay, it has already made this move. USD JPY as well, broken, made this move. Alright, CAD JPY. Right, so if you look at all the yen pairs, right, it's all the same. Right, everyone does the same. Because basically, if you look at this, the government from Japan is actually interfering with the market. Right, they are trying to strengthen their currency. We have a change here, and obviously we have another change here. Okay, so these are the pairs that I did, the analysis here. Okay, right now I think EuroCAD is okay. Okay. EuroCAD just did a sweep here. Okay, we have another sweep here. All right, we'll see this level or this level. All right, let's see which one we want to take. All right, I will let you guys know later in a bit when I have something. All right, Euro AUD is not moving anywhere. Same goes for this. Okay, so yeah, that is so far. Okay. Okay, so right now gold is just here. I'm still waiting for this guy to actually break below. Alright, I want to see the break happen. Right. If you guys have any questions, feel free to just pop me a comment in the comment section. All right. Basically, in about few more minutes, we will have the cat movement here, right? We'll see if this will actually move the market, right? You guys have anything to ask me? Any questions? Any pair that you want me to analyze? Uh, Definitely, I made a mistake here. We have a break here. Basically, we have a sweep here, right? If we can be using somewhere here to be very aggressive, right? This one is very aggressive. Let's see how this is going to play out first before we actually hop in, right? I'm just going to monitor Euro Cat for a bit first. about 3 more minutes, the Canadian one will start, alright? So we'll see what's the movement that it will be. I'm not going to take this trade first, alright? I'm not going to take it first. Okay, right now we don't have anything. Just give me a moment. Okay, gold is still pumping. GBP USD is going up. Alright, if we're going to take this, we'll see if this sweep were to happen. Right? Because why I say so is because this candle broke. Alright, this candle tapped in. Right? So if we look at this here, we have a sweep here, right? So if I'm going to take another entry here, I'm going to be waiting for this sweep here. Alright, it's exactly like EuroCAD. Alright, look at 1 minute. Right, tapped in, taken out here. Alright, the same thing happened here. Okay, so okay, it's 8:46. Let's see what's the risk to reward that we are looking at. Okay, I'm looking at a 12746. Okay, looking at 12746. This is a 15-minute zone. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to place a limit order, risking 0.25% of what I usually do. Okay, so if you guys want this, you can feel free to actually, follow my entry here. Right, make sure you guys don't risk too much, yeah. Okay, I placed a buy limit. Uh, I'm not sure what this guy is talking about. All right, if he says something that is bad, right, then you will see. Basically, if he said something that is not good towards the Canadian dollar, right, then you will see euro just shooting upwards. All right, so basically right now here we are taking a much more aggressive entry. You can also use this high here. All right, we are using a much more aggressive entry right here. Okay, we'll see if we manage to get something out of it. All right. Basically, what I did, I actually was using this candle here. All right. You can also be using this candle, right? Because this move up here, right? Why I'm marking all these three here, because this move alone, it did not retrace, it just breaks. All right. So what I want to see is basically this guy coming back to the 618, collecting our order. All right, and then just start to shoot up. All right, so that is what I'm looking for. Right now here, we still don't have a proper retracement. All right, like I've said, this is the highest. So one candle, this one broke below. If we have another bearish candle closing below, all right, and then it reverses before collecting our order and break this one, I'm going to cancel my order. All right, so we have one, we have two. We just need one more proper close. If these don't close and it's still rally, my fib is going to continue to trail. All right. So right now, this is what I'm looking at. Okay, it's coming down, it's coming down. If you guys have any question, make sure you guys just ask me, alright, before I end my live. Alright, and for any of you guys that are not in my channel, alright, for any of you guys that are not in my channel, where is my link? Alright, so any of you that are not in my channel, make sure you guys hop in. Alright, because if you are in this trade, alright, if you have a buy limit set with me, alright, whatever happens later, I'm going to be updating it in my channel. Alright, so if you guys are in, make sure you guys hop into my channel and I will give you guys my update whether am I closing the full position, am I taking partials with break even or whatsoever. Alright, so make sure you guys hop in. Okay, we are seeing this coming below. It tapped in on the 0.5. If it reverses on the 0.5, then definitely is not ours. Alright. Alright, so the candle closed below here. And if this guy doesn't collect our order and just pumps and break this high, then definitely we are going to cancel this order. Alright, I'm going to set an alert. Okay, it's very close. Alright, so we'll just let this be, and I have an alert here set already. So when the price taps this level, then I will know what I should do. Alright, this level here is about a 1-to-1. Alright, this is a 7.2 stop. All the way up here is a 6.8. Right, so it's almost a 1-to-1. Alright, so we'll see where that goes. Alright, definitely we are going to be in the market already. Make sure you guys don't risk too much, yeah? Alright, all this is not coming up. Right, exactly USD did not give us another tap bit above. USD CAD as well. Right, all this is not something that I will go for at the moment. Alright. Okay, so basically Euro CAD we are in already. Okay, if you guys are in, make sure you guys hop into my channel and I'll update you guys accordingly in my channel, alright? On whatever that I'm going to do to the trade, or how I manage the trade or whatsoever, alright? So make sure you guys hop in. So I'm going to end my live, alright? So thank you guys for joining my live, and I will go on live as well tomorrow, also for the New York session, but I won't be trading the NFP, alright? If I'm going to trade, I'm definitely going to wait until after the news is out, and I'm going to see how is it, and then only I will decide to hop in. Alright, so thank you guys for joining my live, and I'll see you soon.